Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Guys, welcome back once again to Bright Careers and Successful Life. As I have come online to talk about one important thing. As we have been doing some surveys in our data science group. And the latest survey that we did, we found that 20% of people who are aspiring for data science are yet to do their trainings. So this workshop is going to be for them, and this workshop is going to be for everyone who want or who start to get their or make their career in data science. So now this is the current situation. There are so many people who are attracted towards data science. So many people are providing training for the data science. And now the thing is that people are getting released from the trainings and now want to get a job. And somehow it's a field that there are not easy jobs for freshers. So there are a few things, right, that you have to do if you want to make a career in data science. Let's first of all, you ask yourself a question why you want to get into data science. The answer should not be that you want to get into data science because your friend is getting into data science. The answer should not be that you want to get into data science because you will be getting a good salary as soon as you complete 3 years or so. You should know what you want to get into data science and why you want to get into data science. Because first of all, if you want to get into data science, you should have that kind of analytical mind. You should be good in mathematics. You should be good in statistics. You should know how to analyze things. You should be crazy. You should have that crazy. You should be crazy about knowing the business, understanding their problems, and how to come to the solutions to that. You should be good in statistics, and you should love to play with data. Because these are some of the prerequisites. This should be the personality of yours if you want to be a good data scientist. Okay, guys, let me share my screen. I will make some of the notes so that you all are on the same page. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so first of all, guys, why? Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Guys, welcome back once again to Bright Careers and Successful Life. Okay, why do you want to be a data scientist? Let me increase the font. So these things are going to be very important. If you do not have a proper guidance, you will end up in landing nowhere. So guidance is very necessary. So the first question is, why do you want to get a science? If you just want to get into data science by looking at your friends, if you are just looking for a good pay package, as if these two are the reasons why you want to get into data science, then you have to rethink about it. Okay, you cannot do anything because just your friends are doing it. Okay, so what you should do then is you want to get into them because you are good, you have an analytical mind. If you have an analytical mind, then it would be good for you to be a data scientist. If you have a liking towards statistics, mathematics, if you have an liking towards understanding the business and provide solutions. Okay, so guys, what I'm noting down currently are those traits. These are basically those traits. If you have this in you, then you will be a good data scientist. If you are just rushing into a domain because of all others are doing and just for the sake of getting good package, then the life will not be easy for you. Okay, so if you have a liking, if you have that mindset, then get into that field and you will feel a big difference. So what else? If you have a good analytical mind, if you love to play with data. So as all those who have worked as a data analyst, who are working as a data analyst, they have worked on huge data, maybe on Excel sheets, maybe on different database. They have worked on data. They have made their hands dirty, and they may expect some of the situations which are unexpected, and they may just come ahead for them. So cleaning data, then analyzing data. So you have to be good with data. Then you need to have analytical mind, because analysis play a very important role in the lives of data scientists and data analysts. Then you have to be good in statistics, you have to be good in maths, you should have an eagerness to provide solutions to the business problems, to understand the problems. And ultimately you should also be a good communicator, because whatever you are doing, you have to communicate with the business leaders, right? So if you just want to get into a data science because of those things which I have marked in red, then rethink. If you want to go ahead and become a data analyst, because of this thing, I'm highlighting it in green, then the chances of you becoming successful as a data scientist increases. Okay. Best fit for the role. And this is just trying to push in the profile. Okay. Guys, make notes of it. Okay. So now what is the next thing? Now you have a personality, you have that mindset, and now you have decided that you want to get into data analysis. What is the second action? What is the second action? Learnings, trainings. Okay. So what are trainings you have to do? There can be two options. First is you have completed your education in some of the science related fields, BCS, MCS, or the computer science, BTech computer science. Or you might have done your education in non-technical field, but you want to get into data science. There are two possibilities. And the third possibility is if you are working in some field and now you want to switch into data analysis. Okay. So guys, possibility one, possibilities. Possibilities. Possibility one, you have completed your education in computer science field. Okay, this is one possibility. Possibility one. The second possibility is possibility two is you have done your education in non-computer science field. Then the third possibility is, guys, I have dealt with all these things as a human resource professional. I have managed bench. So I've asked people to train, to cross skills, to upskill, how to switch from job skill A to skill B. So I am expert in this area. That is how my first career went on. And later on, I realized that data science is really going good. Then I'm still a human resource director in one of the own initiatives. But yes, majorly focusing on data science as well. So that is how it is. So this, whatever I have said, whatever I'm talking about, take it very, very seriously. Okay. The possibility three is if you are working if you are already working different skill set and now want to move into data science. Okay. So these are the three possibilities, three major possibilities. So now what will you have to do? Let's see, there are a few skill sets that you should be aware of if you want to be a data scientist. We have already said mathematics, we have already said statistics. So how will you start first of all? What should be the way how you start? Okay, here, if you have already completed your education in data science and computer science, so it means that you already know some of the skill sets named SQL, named Python, you already know, okay? So how will you start? That's first of all, there are a few stuff like Excel. You should know what Excel is all about. You should know some of the formulas of Excel, because guys, if you start from the basic, it would be helpful for you to build up. But do not invest much time on this. But yes, these are some of the important things that you should be aware of. Okay, so just give me a sec, guys. I have made note of few of the things that I wanted to cover. I just do not want to miss anything. Okay, and going in depth is not required. Okay, there are a few things like Excel, there are a few things like sum, then average, then product, mean. These are some important formulas. VLOOKUP, mean, then median, then COUNTIF formulas, then COUNTIF. So these are something that you have to know in Excel. If you do not know this, then how will you do analysis? It's something basic that you have to know. So start preparing towards it. Okay. Then in advance, you should know VLOOKUP, then index. Then also there is something, okay. These are the two things. Then pivot. Pivot is very important. Pivot tables. What it does is, it opens up your mind to providing solutions and how the solution should be. Analytical mind. How do you analyze the situation? What all can be the field? So pivot tables are important. Then basic charts, then filters, and sorting. What is sorting? Ascending, descending order. What is filter? Whenever you make a chart, there is a filter. So guys, you should know all these things. So first step is start working towards knowing all these things. Excel sheet. Because what people are doing is they are directly jumping into Python. They are directly jumping into Python. They are directly jumping into SQL. And once you do that, but if you do not have the base strong, then it's a problem for you. You end up in wasting time. Then later on you start ending up saying that, okay, I'm not understanding. Is this thing for me? Whether it's yes or no. Those things will happen. So do step-by-step things right. First of all, start with Excel. Learn these things. Excel is a very vast thing. It is not required to go ahead and do each and everything. If you do that, you will end up in just going ahead and investing 6 to 7 months, 5 months, 4 months. It's very huge. So do these things. This would be helpful for you. Okay. Then what would I suggest next? Guys, mathematics. As you should be good in mathematics and statistics. So start preparing and revising your lessons when it comes to mathematics and statistics. That's very important. Okay, very important thing. Start working statistics, mathematics. Start working towards it. Then what? By doing this, you know how to what mathematics is. Some basics of mathematics you have to start doing. By doing this, you will generate some of the mindset which is related to data science. And afterwards, guys, there are some of the tools. There are some of the tools which are used when it comes to analysis, some of the database like Power BI. You should know something about this as well. Power BI, you should be aware of it. Then there is something, then SQL. Then SQL. You should be aware of this stuff. Then comes the phase wherein Python. Okay. Python. What exactly in Python? Guys, there are a few libraries. There are a few libraries like NumPy, Panda. Then Python is very helpful because these are the few of the libraries. You have to start studying this Python as well. Then let me tell you, generally, whenever you are going to trainings, data science trainings, many people are just starting with Python. So as I said, people are just getting confused. So if you are a completely beginner, then you should have a knowledge about Excel, you should have a knowledge about mathematics, statistics, you should have a knowledge about Power BI, then SQL, then Python. Okay. And Power BI is like, if you know Excel, using Power BI will be very easy for you. So get yourself trained in all these things. If you're already working on Power BI, if you're already working on Python, and if you have overlooked Excel, mathematics, statistics, then yes, go ahead and train yourself on that as well. Okay. And for the person who is from, okay, then this is the first step. By doing this, it would be helpful for you to make some of the projects into data analyst. Data analyst is the first step. We won't talk in detail about that. We have already conducted a session wherein we had invited Dipanjan to talk in detail about that. We have conducted that. If you have missed it, I will share a link for registration of the upcoming workshop wherein we have invited Mr. Dipanjan. He is a professional into data science. He will be speaking about in depth about that. Okay, so just look at the description. You will find a registration link. Go ahead and register. But this is the overview that what I'm saying. And if you have completed your education in non-CS field, then the path remains like Excel sheet. It remains the same. Mathematics you should know. Then Power BI or Tableau, you should be aware of it. Then comes Panda, NumPy. Then these are basically data visualization tool as well, Power BI. Then there are some data visualization tools, data visualization libraries. What are data visualization libraries? Seaborn. Then there's something known as MAT, Portlet. So these are the things that actually helps you to become a data analyst. Plus, data analyst is also very vast field. If you want to become a data analyst, you have to keep learning. It's not that you went to a training and once the data training is completely completed, you just go ahead and start looking for jobs and just see how things go. It's not like that. If you want to get into data science, you should have eagerness to learn. Now, I'm adding up one more thing here. Eagerness to learn. Okay. You should have eagerness to learn new things. If you have this quality, then your life will be easy. Okay. Here we go. Possibility 1, 2, 3. Thus, there is not much difference if you have already completed. What will happen is the possibility 1, if you have already completed your education and computer science background, then these two things will be easy for you. Directly getting into data science, and this will be easy for you. But yes, if you are new, then follow it step by step, and to reach here, before directly jumping here, you have to, like, you should be aware of Excel, you have to be aware of Power BI. And when it comes to here, you can still do the same thing, but the whole point is it's better to go ahead and make your Excel and all this, the Power BI statistics better. Do not directly jump into Python, because jumping is also okay, but yes, you have to make your base strong. Then what is the third possibility? The third possibility is if you are working somewhere and now you want to move into data science field. Okay, so what is the possibility here? Guys, do not directly randomly go ahead for the training, and do not just start looking for jobs. Try to do some of the projects. Okay, so take trainings. Then what all you will trail on that? The trainings will precisely be the same. There are many people nowadays. Data science has become such that there are so many people providing trainings for that. Then after that, okay, let me proceed. I will just give you a gist about how things work. Then will come machine learning. Then will be deep learning. Then will be NLP. So these are extended steps. These steps will help you become a core data analyst. But what I am suggesting is take it a step by step ahead. Okay. So if you have done your trainings till here, okay, you will already start getting roles. Which are there for data analytics. Okay. So later on, you can learn all these things while working. But if you are a beginner, the first thing is data analytics. If you know all these things, then you can learn machine learning, and then you can work to a core data scientist. Okay, so you have to add these things which are highlighted in light green there. And now for this person, the trainings remains the same. Same trainings as suggested for others. Then what else you have to do, guys? You should analyze what you are, what your experience is, and how you can get into this field. For an example, if you are currently working in a finance domain, you will be probably going in the banking domain or other finance domains. So you have to target the data science jobs, data science or data analyst roles in your domain. That would be more helpful for you. Then similarly, those people who are from non-IT background, if you have completed from commerce, see if you can get into commerce related job. If you have completed science, then see if you can get into science or medicine related job. The whole point is data is everywhere. So now the requirements for data analysts and scientists are spread across everywhere, spread across all the verticals. So don't need to worry about that thing. Okay. Now these are the domains. Now the thing is how much experience you have. Do you have? Okay. If you have 2 to 3 years of experience, start the trainings. Do not leave your current job. Let's start building towards it. Try to do some projects. As how to do projects, again, it would take much time if I go ahead in detail talking about that. But there are a few sites which are known as Kaggle, and you have to do some study about that. So try to do some projects. Try to build your portfolio. Build portfolio. Then see if you get data analyst role in your same organization. Because many a times, if you have gone through trainings, if you have upskilled yourself, then the possibilities of absorbing you in the same organization in the field wherein you have completed trainings increases. Okay, so see whether there are any trainings, any roles which are there in your same organization, and step by step then build up a rapport and try to get in. Meanwhile, as I said earlier, you have to start doing some of the projects on your own. Because I will share a link with you. I will share a link with you of our upcoming workshop, wherein we will talk some of the details about it. We will show you a project. We will show you a project, how it's done. We'll show you a live demo of the project. So that is going to be very important. But as of now, it's important for you to understand what exactly is the mindset required, what are the steps that you take, and then the challenge, the path will be somewhat clearer to you. Okay. And if you have completed like more than 3 months, 3 years, 3 to 5 years, still training part remains the same. But when you complete like 3 to 5 years in an organization, there is a possibility you will have a good professional knowledge. Okay, you will have a good professional knowledge. You will know how to deal with people. So while doing with it directly, do not go ahead with switch, but see if there are any rules that are like, have you heard about something which is known as techno manager? Because once you reaches a particular level, that although you have a technical experience, but how you think, how you manages the team, those things plays an important role. So right, if you have completed more than 3 years, just keep in mind, if you can get for these roles, this should be your option. This can be an option for you. Rules like management, okay, team leading a group of data, right? So there can be a role. First of all, the primary step is the same. Do internships, build portfolio, see if you get individual role. Guys, first step will be same. But the problem is, if you are competing with freshers, then there will be many freshers who are applying for individual roles. But you already having 3 to 5 years of experience, people may not prefer you. Okay. So keep trying for that. But at the same time, keep on back of your mind about the roles which are related to handling a team which is into data science or data analytics. So the whole point is, guys, open up your possibilities. Do not restrict yourself, do not close your mind, open up your possibilities and then see how it works. Okay. Guys, this session is very important because what people are doing is, without knowing what they have to do, they are just going ahead, taking trainings from different people And then we realize that when they actually start to get jobs, they are really finding tough to get in any of the roles. Okay, so see what you have done, where you want to go, how you can go. At least have some picture and then go ahead for the trainings. That will help you to absorb the training better, and that would help you to get the visibility of what your career will be like. Okay, and like more than 5 years, get the trainings, and first of all understand, okay, understand the in-depth scope of data analyst, in the concept of data analyst, and see if you can utilize. That's 5 years plus trying to switch. See if you can slowly move from A to different skill set. But first of all, see if you can use it as a blended skill in your same role. Because what happens is, if you have more than 5 years of experience, probably you are already handling a team, or then again the chances are that if you are working as a person who is already handling a team, if you are dealing with data, if you know how to make sense out of data, then at the same level, try to see if you can switch in one to but handling a team of a data analyst. It is also somewhat the same of 3 to 5 years of experience, but it is more for a bigger roles. Okay, because you having 5 years and applying for a fresher is not going to be that easy, because you will already be competing with the person who has just completed the education, who has just completed the training. So you have to very smartly play. First of all, understand what data analysis, see whether you want to go towards it, see if there is any role of analytics in your same team, and you have to smartly play around, specifically if you are having more experience. Okay, well, this is what I wanted to share. This is what I wanted to share with all you guys. Because do not just blindly go because what others are doing. Don't do it just for the sake of that. Know what exactly it is, what should be your path, and then go ahead for the trainings. That would help you to make better calls, to absorb and sing the training better. And things will be very different if you just go ahead and blindly do things just for the sake of doing it. Okay, very important thing, no one is going to talk about, because understanding these things itself is like not so easy. And when someone is just trying to rush in to take some of the training, then probably people won't talk in detail about it. Okay, so possibility one, first thing is data analyst role. Till here, if you train yourself till here, you will start getting the data analyst role. There's yesterday I have updated a profile. I've updated something wherein what a person should do if they have completed training and then struggling to get a job. Go ahead, see that video as well. That would be helpful for you. That would give you more detailed analysis to it. Okay. And as of now, guys, I will do one more thing. We have recently conducted a training. We have recorded some of the sessions. We have conducted a training wherein we had invited a data scientist. We have conducted a training with some of the IIT pass outs. And the person who anchored was also an IIT professional and currently working as a data scientist. So I will be pasting a link in the description. The trainings, the recordings that we have, we will be providing the access of these recordings to you as well. These are like recorded trainings, and we have covered everything about how to clear the interview of a data scientist, how to be there. We have covered in depth about that as well when it comes to clearing the interview perspective. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and register for that as well. That is again what I wanted to share. And yes, this is what brings me to the close of this particular session. So do not blindly do these things. Know that generally this is the course of action. Few people directly jump here, but you should know that Excel, knowing pivots, it helps you in tuning the mind, knowing your Power BI, SQL, all these things are very important. So step by step, start moving towards it, or else the things will somewhat be like hodgepodge for you. Okay, guys, this is what I wanted to share. I'm assuming that you will start practicing, bringing all these things into practices, and then start trying to set in and tune into a career as a data scientist. It's exciting, but you have to know how you should do it.